Hey folks, Cloak here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. This is the pre-release version. Obviously, there will be spoilers as well. And right now, our caravan that we've been traveling with have been slaughtered to the, well, I was going to say to the last man, but the last man is technically still alive. But currently, he's got a blade to his throat, and we're going to have to deal with this leader. I forget, after we're done this interaction, I'm going to go ahead and turn off these little bits here. I'm also going to crank the voice volume. I've realized that the talking of the NPCs is a little low still, so we're going to go ahead and make an adjustment. So we got a few options to try to negotiate here. Why have you done this? These guys defend the ruins. They sort of have a sacred charge to defend the ruins. So we can argue, because we have a high lore, and say the ruins have not been sullied by our hands, men of Eir Glanthath. We can also say we have not trespassed, we merely wish to pass through. We don't know what they did, but I didn't have anything to do with it. Murderers, you will pay for each life, a passionate response, or you will try to kill us all either way. Why make it easy? I don't know, I'll use my lore, the fact that I'm a little bit smarter, to point out that, you know, I know about their whole deal here, and that it wasn't us. Words carry no weight when I've seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Well, we're clearly not going to put our weapons down. That would just be stupid. So that's like not even an option. We're an innocent because of our high might. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy, while a stronger one yet lives. I guess we're taunting him not to kill this guy, but instead to go directly for me. Which might be a way to distract him from slitting this guy's throat, which would be nice. I don't have the perception, resolve, or athletics for some of these options. Have enough intellect to say, you can kill him, but you might as well be killing yourself, or because I have super lots of intellect. Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you are worshippers of Galewin. If Galewin told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? I can put down my weapons or stay armed. Well, let's use our mighty intellect to use this. We know something about their god. The man frowns and motions to swing his axe. Heodin winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course. But he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How would you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? It has always been known to my people, and I interrupt, I guess. I see. But what of Galewin's edict that weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength? Do you think Galewin would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? Man's nostrils flare as he fumes. He would not. He told us otherwise. I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Distracted, the man grips falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Heodin the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Alright, bring it, punk. So, first of all, I want to make sure I turn off the show personality reputation, because I don't want that to influence my choices. And the sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the master volume maybe all the way up. I'll bring down the music a little bit more so it doesn't overshadow things, and also the effects. That way the voices should be nice and clear. Okay, so we've got an extra party member added to our group. We've got Heodin over here, who is a rogue. He is slightly hurt. His endurance is just slightly down, but not too much. We've prevented him from being either killed or being mortally wounded here, which is really good. So I guess we're just going to charge in. Do we just charge on the leader? I think that's probably true.
How can I help?
Heodin hasn't been engaged yet. Technically, he could run off, which might be good. But also what might be really nice is using his Blinding Strike, which you can use once per encounter, which does 25% bonus damage, as well as, if they fail their reflex save, blinds them for 10 seconds. Blinding is actually really brutal. I mean, obviously it makes sense, but in terms of game rules here, a 25 reduction to accuracy is huge, and also nerfing the deflection by 20 means he's going to be vulnerable to a lot of attacks. So we're going to start off, we're going to do it blind there.
What you need?
Kalissa is going to run up and maybe knock one of these people down, which should also be pretty good. So she's going to run up, engage this hunter over here with a knockdown.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm going to go into bear form right away, because that's what I'm going to do first every battle. And then we can still cast spells. Now, Talon's Reach is faux AoE. That's great. I think this one was as well, the Sunbeam. No. The Sunbeam hurts everyone, but blinds. That's the difference, whereas Talon's Reach doesn't blind and does similar damage, technically slightly more, but only hits enemies. So we will go ahead... Oh, it's a small radius, though. They are going to clump up in a sec. I'm going to let them clump up, and then I'm probably going to hit them with that spell. There we go. Something like this. So the yellow area, again, is because of my high intellect. We have slightly more radius. Boom! Alright, well, not quite enough to kill everyone, but it did a pretty good amount of damage. Meanwhile, we're just going to go and finish off. The leader is already down. Oh yeah, that was pretty devastating. Might not be necessary for me to use so many spells early on, but it's fun. Your enemy lies supine on the ground. Supine? I don't know. Supine, probably. Unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. Queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The winds begin to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin like a jetty beginning to succumb to the surge of a great wave. And where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Oh, this is Odema, the caravan master. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across chest and bow, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
But I haven't looted the bodies yet. Oh noes. Dun, dun, dun. So we're gonna go into the ruins. This whole time we've been arguing that we didn't go into the ruins. You know, you didn't have to do anything. And yet now they have actually forced our hands. Because of all this, we are gonna have to go into the ruins. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of the weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. The last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Heodin trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Heodin and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Heodin lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a chance at hitting your mark. And this is a good example of all the decisions and ability to branch things. We've already saved Heodin once. Depending on exactly how that first conversation had went, he could have died. He could have just been very injured. There's a lot of variation there. And again, there's going to be a little bit more. Including if you had if I had more dexterity, there would have been some sort of option here. If I only had melee weapons equipped, I would have the option of throwing the melee weapon at the assailant, which would actually cost me my weapon. I'd be throwing it away. Because I have a bow equipped, I can fire, or I can just let Heodin break free on his own. Let's not miss. Your aim is true. And the hit jars Heodin loose. Lurching to his feet, Heodin clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength. It feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Heodin to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Whew, that was intense. But we have managed to keep Heodin around. There was actually a lot of times, a lot of different choices, slightly different stats, a different configuration, and we would be in here with only 2 people. But we have 3. Very good set of consequences.
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside.
All right.
Well?
So we completed the quest, A Moments Respite. All right, let's take a look at what we've got going on right now. First of all, it's worth noting that Heodin is technically fatigued. He has a -20 to accuracy, and his maximum endurance is cut down by 25. So he's definitely in a bit of a vulnerable position. It might be a good idea to get him with a bow as well, especially since I can, go to bear form whenever I want. I don't know, we'll keep him with his gear. He's got some leather armor on, that's fine. We've got that. I mean, I could put my padded armor back on, so I'm not completely naked, but I want to keep my my speed pretty good. Again, it's not really going to matter if I always go into bear form as the first thing in combat. You know what? Maybe I should just wear the heaviest armor I possibly could, since I'm going to bear form to start a combat regardless.
What is it?
I guess it depends. If I want to be able to make ranged attacks, then I can't go into bear form, and then it really matters what I'm wearing. Let's wear this for now, just because we want to be a little bit more secure, up until we can start enchanting normal clothing.
As you wish. Of course.
Yeah, let's get out of the hallway, which might be collapsing.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
Who attacked us? Or what happened? Windstorm. Yes. The Biowick. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Well, I hope so. Who attacked us? Yes, the Glyphathans, the Hut Dwellers, Fangs of Galawin, twitchiest of the lot. Go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. They said we trespassed. Don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, and Glyphathans don't attack without being provoked, either they saw something or got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about the caravan? Wheels got a hold of them now. You don't seem too upset by all this. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. Or maybe I've seen worse. Seen worse and kept on walking because there's nothing else to be done. And because there's other people you care about who still need you. Fair enough. Let's keep going.
What is it?
All right.
Of course.
So, we get our first decision here. We're going to choose right or left. I don't know. You want to stick to the right-hand side? Stick to the right-hand side. And do a full exploration here. Again, we don't need to worry about doing a full clear of all the monsters in here because you do get capped on XP in here once you fill in your bestiary. So we don't necessarily have to kill everything, but finding all the loot would be good. Oh, here's the other thing I can do is I can stealth mode. Help to spot traps. Ooh, there's someone there. Okay, so we're not particularly stealthy apparently. Even Heoden over here, who's our rogue. You can see here the yellow circle starts to fill as we start to get spotted, and it will turn red. And once it turns red, they will approach us, and then eventually they'll spot us completely. So it looks like we can't sneak through here. It's well lit. He might have some good vision.
What is it? Of course.
See, what's up? Trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs shows through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarap. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Oh man. I just like monsters, you know, you just kill. It's okay, I won't hurt you. Zarap recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. Creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. We'll just stand still. Same thing. So I guess we can attack it or back away. Guess we'll back away. It's got loot.
What is it?
All right, we'll find another way that hopefully doesn't involve killing that. There's some loot though. I'm super tempted. Oh, let's go back into scouting mode. It's stealth and spots traps.
Look at the tiles. What are those symbols?
I don't know.
What is it? I'll take care of it.
You think we should walk across there?
What is it?
Let's take a route first. We can go. Let's stick to the right-hand side.
Of course.
Worth a look.
Oh, hey, we detected some traps. Look at that. I guess actually I should have moved forward with Heoden. I bet you Heoden. Let's check here. He probably has a mechanic skill. Where's the skills listed? Level 3. Yeah, so he's going to be the person who can detect and disarm traps.
How can I help?
All right, let's go in.
Look.
Oh, everything is
Found
trapped.
something.
Okay, we do get some XP for disarming these,
Well,
but there's probably another way to bypass this stuff. I have dabbled with the game a little bit. I'm trying to play dumb about some things, but I do happen to know a few things. All right, we got a dead body here. We've got a journal. The small folio was torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've gotten my hands on a genuine Angwithian artifact. A fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing, as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head into Silent Lys in the morning, then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Okay, so I guess that gem, tell you what, we're going to grab the gem and the journal. I guess the gem went into our stash regardless. Okay, that's fine. We've got a crossbow, some leather armor, and another torch. Maybe we'll go ahead and get a crossbow on our rogue as an alternative, and then we'll put in the rest. If we take a look at a rogue, he's got, for some reason, a single dagger over here. Let's go ahead and replace that with a crossbow. So he's got a few options.
What is it? As you wish.
So if we come this way, is there any way we can sneak around? Who's got our highest stealth? I don't think we actually have someone who's got real stealth in our party, unfortunately. We've got a 1. She's got a 0. Even a rogue only has a 1.
How can I help?
I mean, we could see if he can maybe sneak in there, but I don't think he can. Nope, he's going to get spotted. All right, no stealing anything for us, unless we want to kill him.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Hear what? All right, let's head towards the right. Oh! Okay. So that's definitely an enemy. A Skulder Whelp. And some loot and things. Let's see how close we can get. Alright, I don't see anyone else. I guess we'll just run in. That's going to be okay. This should break her stealth mode. There we go. So we're going to have 2 people meleeing in, 1 person shooting. I think that's going to be good enough. Let's just use some of that. Bit of damage applied to the rogue. He's not being directly challenged though, so that's okay.
What is it?
What do we got? We got a Skulder ear and some Skulder meat. So we're going to go ahead and loot that.
Of course.
Might be used for a recipe. Hatchet. I may as well just grab it. We can sell it later.
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
Cool. Let's use that. I don't think we've got anything to make a potion yet. Food, potions. No, we don't have enough materials, but we will start to accumulate some of this stuff. There we go. That ear is part of a potion of fleet feet, for example. It's good to know. Did I loot this?
What you need?
I don't remember if I looted that. Yes, okay, good. Alright, cracks run along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Let's push on the wall. Despite the damage, the stone looks heavy and solid. Now, I have a might of what, like 18? 19? I don't know what Calissa has, but I doubt she has more than me. She's probably sufficient, but let's push on it. Push with all your might, and the crack begins to spread. Finally, you feel the ancient masonry give way. The wall crashes down, revealing a circular room ahead. So we needed a might of 16 to defeat that. I should actually check on her stats. She has a 17, so she would have done it, but I'm technically stronger. She does have, you know, the 12% endurance and health boost, plus by being a fighter, she has a higher base endurance as well.
What is it? I'll take care of it.
All right.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
All right. You're actually not that sneaky, but we'll go ahead and see about doing that. Okay, there's a whelp over there, which might detect us. Oh, another one over there. Oh, it's going to start moving towards us, and we have been spotted. So, let's just go in for the kill then. Now, again, we can save ourselves a little bit of damage if we don't literally fight everything that we see.
Yes.
Stay quiet.
So we might be able to avoid this guy, for example. I don't think Calissa can actually sneak by. You know what? We'll just break the stealth and go in and engage.
How can I help?
I'm going to switch him to his ranged weapon, actually. So that means he can't use his blind. But Calissa's a lot more durable. This seems like a bit of a safer composition. We'll do this for now. Let's go and loot the body. Get another ear. Nothing else to get in here? Is it empty otherwise? Looks like it. Okay. By taking this path, we're probably bypassing that trap.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
Stay quiet.
Ooh, spiders. Alright, spiders it is.
Curse your eyes!
They're pretty squishy though. 25 defense, not much damage reduction. These are spiderlings, of course. And this just brings me back to the other side of this hallway. I don't want to leave that door behind though. So tell you what, I'm going to go to double speed. We're going to come all the way around here. We're going to go check out that other door. Did we leave another path? Yeah, over here as well. Hang on. I want to complete it all. Let's start with this doorway. And then we'll backtrack to over there. I think there was still something. Let's get out of double speed. Open this up.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
So, we can interact with these pillars. A symbol of interwoven rings is inscribed on the pillar. Unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Alright, let's light it. Flames kindle swiftly in the brazier, winding their way upwards. And some of the runes have deactivated themselves. So let's do some more of that. She's got the torch, so she'll have to set everything on fire. Actually, it looks like anyone can do it, apparently. And there we go. We have a path we can get through now. Mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. What do we have over here?
I'll be quiet.
Lesser black ooze. So I don't know anything about these things yet. They could be really dangerous. They might not be. They're called lesser, so I'm going to hope that this one is not too terribly bad. We're going to start with the attack. I'm actually going to get her to start with a knockdown. I don't know if you can knock down an ooze, but let's give it a try anyway. Okay, this one's actually flinging something at me, which I find very unpleasant. This first one's almost dead. Luckily, they're still focusing on her, which is good. I was going to say she's the toughest of the lot. In my bear form, I'm pretty tough, although I don't have the hit points. We're getting ooze plasma. All right, that's lovely. And a body over here with a pole axe. All right.
They won't see me coming.
Where'd that slime come from?
Viscous, slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Let's use our water skin to clear off the ooze. Rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase a remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty, a gem fills the other. Wow, we've got that extra gem. Let's put the gem in the empty eye socket. Chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives away. Treasure? Oh, another ooze. That's alright.
Well,
So, am I being hit by anything? My people are getting tired, which might give us incentive to not clear literally everything here. Might actually make sense to have the rogue melee, especially since that is slow. Probably do more damage. I don't know. It's nice keeping him out of harm's way, though. Some more ooze bits. And what do we have here? We have an amethyst, some bit of Audra, and a minor cloak of protection. So it's a neck item slot. It gives us a bonus to all three of our sort of saving throws: fortitude, reflex, and will. Let's grab it here. We can do that. Who do we put that on? I mean, Kalissa's at the front mostly. Although that's mostly a deflection thing. You know, I'm a little low on hit points. And while I can go into bear form to get some damage reduction, it doesn't protect me from fortitude, reflex, and will. So I'm going to wear it. Because, damn it, I'm the main character and most important. Also, we get an actual cloak, which is awesome. So that's the bit we looted, which is good. So now we can come all the way over here. We can go through there. Oh, right, we're going to check out this path. And maybe I shouldn't, because we are starting to get a little bit tired. But I can't leave any stone unturned. That would be wrong.
keeping an eye
Someone
out.
else has been here. We should move.
Oh. So there's a camp over here. Okay, I guess I should have done this first. Ah, camping supplies, so we can rest. A mace, a hammer, and chisel. Useful for chipping away at hard surfaces, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Oh, I bet you I could have used that as another way to get through that stone wall without being strong. Small shield and another torch. Okay, well, we don't have to be in sneaky mode anymore. We're going to go and walk over to here, and we are going to make our way through this little path, and then right after that, we're going to put a cut in this video. So let's see if we can get through here without setting anything off. I mean, I suppose I could also disarm the remaining traps.
Stay quiet.
Which would
How
likely
can I help?
give us a few extra experience points. Unless I fail. Whoa. Oh, I right-clicked instead of left-clicked. Oops, that was a mistake. I think I gotta change my my hotkeys, actually.
Found something.
Because I do that a lot. I try to right-click to interact with things, and right-click is just bound to only move in this game. So,
Worth a look.
it might have been worth to farm all these for the experience points in the
Found
first
something.
place. Just because it's a little bit of extra XP for everyone if I disarmed everything this way rather
is
than
it?
actually work
As you
everything out.
wish.
Is this a thing over here? No, that's just a wall. We know what the other side looks like, so that's nothing. Alright, we could camp at this point. Heal ourselves up fully, get rid of some of this fatigue. It might not be a terrible idea. No one's at critical health yet, though, so maybe I won't bother quite yet. It depends how much more is left here. Yeah, there's a few areas. You know what? Let's camp. We'll use some of our supplies. We can carry 4. On the current difficulty where we are, we can carry 4 camping supplies. So we're going to rest, get a nice little cutscene. We are now fully healed. Our actual health is full, as well as the fatigue has gone away, which is pretty good. Thank you very much for watching another episode of my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, and I will see you guys next time.